In 2022, I was the sister act of sticking to habits, alright? I had none. I really fucking regret writing. I was in a year-long rut around that time. A fat little pudding. 90 kilograms for my height should be a crime, geez. My daily routine genuinely consisted of waking up around 2 PM, still feeling knackered. I'd roll over and reach for my phone, only to be met with 0 notifications. But when you treat yourself like I did, it makes sense that no one's reaching out to you. So after scrolling YouTube and commenting on some Doctor Who videos, I'd knock out a quick wank, maybe 2. I'd then go downstairs and treat myself to a ham sandwich. It says ham sandwich. I didn't mean to write that. This is actually not good. Like, it actually makes me sad looking back to that time. I had 0 good habits, okay? Maybe I went to the gym once a week because I was forced to by a friend. And when I did feel like it, I would do some other hobbies like writing scripts or making music. But life was a bowl of bullshit. In simple terms, I lived the life of a bad habit wanker. And it makes sense that around this time I started to look at the big YouTubers or other successful people that I had an affinity for, and I started to question whether they just had some sort of success gene that I just didn't have. Why can't I just live the life I've always dreamed of? Why can't I just be in good shape and have a girlfriend and be successful? Yeah, wow, fucking pussies, alright? Take some accountability, mate. Another year passes and I'm still knocking on death's door with heart disease, alright? But it was mid-2023 that I finally managed to stick to my first ever good habit. And even still 1 year later, I'm still doing this habit on the daily. Well, let me explain it like this. Mid-2023, I decided that I'd seen enough videos of Hamza Ahmed, the self-improvement YouTuber, praising bloody meditation, and I decided that I wanted to give it a proper go. I had also sat down and read the book The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy around the same time, and it was this book that absolutely changed my life, alright? No hyperbolic. This book talked all about making habits easy to do in a beginner-friendly way, alright? And I used it to develop my own framework that turned my meditation into a daily habit for almost a year straight now. Let me walk through what I did. 1. Make it embarrassing. When I say make it embarrassing, I don't mean you have to strip naked and do it in your living room, alright? I mean make it so bloody easy that you would be embarrassed to tell your friends how easy what you do is. For me, on the first day, I started a 1-minute timer and only meditated for that time. And I only meditated for like 1 to 2 minutes a day for maybe the first month. And here's the amazing part of doing this with a new habit. When you start so incredibly small, improving your life with the habit isn't the mission initially. The mission is to first of all make the habit so easy and consistent that it has to become a lifelong habit. Once a 1 to 2 minute meditation was established into my everyday routine, I could then start upping the time. It got to the point in maybe January this year, I was meditating for 30 minutes straight every morning, and this fluctuates across the last year. Sometimes I'll go up to 30 minutes, sometimes I'll just do 5. It just depends on the day. And the best part is, it doesn't even feel hard, mate. It's just routine, and I enjoy it. I then applied this to going to the gym, which led to me showing up at the gym every day without fail for like 6 months. The only reason I stopped was because I ran out of money. That's pretty embarrassing. I told myself, Kean, geez, I don't say geez to myself, you only have to show up at the gym and pick up 1 weight. Making the habit embarrassing means you have no excuse to not do it. Number 2, make it fun. Measurable. Alright, the way to make this new habit fun is to use a habit tracker to keep score of how often you're showing up. So for example, I've been tracking my meditation habit with ticks and crosses for nearly a year now, and it's really that simple. I tick a sheet of paper when I meditate, I put a cross when I don't, which has probably only happened like once in the last year maybe. The reason I track my habits is because it's not only fun to see a real life barracks like in Call of Duty for all your habits, but it makes you compete with yourself. It releases dopamine when you put a tick on your sheet. It holds you accountable with yourself in a way nothing else can. Right, let's explain it like this. When I set up a habit tracker for something I want to turn into a habit, and I make that thing embarrassingly easy to do for the first month or 2, it's just inevitable that it's going to become a habit that I do for life. And number 3, make it 1 or 2. By this, I mean it really depends on, I guess, the type of person you believe you are. 1, make the habit flexible, as in maybe your days are busy, and if you force yourself to do it at the same time every day, it feels like too much pressure, so it's better for your lifestyle to do your habit literally any time of the day whenever it makes sense. Or you do it like me. Do it at the same time every day. This is what the book Atomic Habits recommends for making habits stick faster. It's been scientifically proven that doing something around the same time every day makes a habit form faster. And for me, I've personally experienced the exact same thing. I always meditate as soon as I wake up. And when I was going to the gym every day for 6 months, I always started walking there at around 8 o'clock. This basically made me associate those times of the day with the habits in my mind. So let's summarize this 3-step year-long habit framework. Make it embarrassingly easy. Make it measurable. Make it flexible or strict. I would recommend strict if you've got the space in your day. When I've combined these 3 together for a habit, my life eventually gets to a point that it feels worse if I don't do that habit. If I didn't meditate this morning, I'd feel disgusted with myself. Same for working. I hope you found this valuable, guys, alright? Click the video on the screen if you want to hang out with me for a little bit longer, alright? You're one step closer.